start line of the Town Challenge Cup, the women's fours. Hollandia Rowing Club, the Netherlands, in that orange on the left-hand side of your screen, versus Leander Club in the pink, and a little bit of steering off the blocks.
Yeah, a bit of steering there from Leander, just moving ever so slightly out into the opening stages of this race, correcting themselves at the moment, trying to get back on track. The Dutch as well, just shifting out, towards the left-hand side of the screen, out towards the buoy line. But it looks like Leander back on track now on the straight and narrow.
The Leander crew had to go through qualifiers to get here, and what is the international event? So, I mean, we can talk about this crew a little bit down the course, but really, if I was lining up against them, I wouldn't fancy my chances, even as an international rower. But Leander there kept it to a length off the end of the island. But the class of the Netherlands is just moving them out stroke by stroke.
Yeah, it is, and I think any opportunity you get to go against such an incredible outfit. It's Hollandia's top boat in this event. They've got a B crew as well, racing, who we saw perform and I think win earlier on today. But Leander Club, this crew coached by Harriet Taylor, one of the top fours in the country at the moment, one of the best domestic fours that we can put together. They're a finalist in Championship fours at Henley Women's Regatta. And I think the qualifying for the Town, although it wasn't a big field, there was just one spot available at qualifiers. So for them to get it, I think, is terrific. And to be in the side-by-side racing against Hollandia, I think a magnificent experience for them.
Getting warned for steering there, though, the Netherlands. Getting moved across. Gwyn Batten's not happy with their steering and saying, please move over. Even though the distance is quite a long way there, you still have to keep on your station. You don't want to be disrupting that crew behind you. And they've adjusted their steering and they've moved over.
Yeah, it's important, when you're in the leading position that the Dutch are in, as they are, you can't move over, you can't wash your opposition down. There is the imaginary line running down the middle of the course at the moment. So it's important for them to stay on their station, and even though they are out in front, the puddles will still be having an impact on Leander Club. So they've got to stay across and stay where they're supposed to be on the course.
Looking at this Dutch four, we're not just looking at any old Dutch four, they're looking at multiple medalists in there. Look down in the two-seat, broke a few British hearts last year because she won gold in that Dutch four, narrowly beating the British in that final in Paris. And her compatriot in the stroke seat off her irons also in that four, and they are sandwiching a gold medalist in the women's pair from Paris. So 3 Olympic champions in that boat. They know what they're doing. They're here to win. They're not afraid of coming to Britain and showing us how to do it. Absolute class outfit there, folks.
Yeah, it's so good, and I think to have that Olympic experience on board, dividends, isn't it? And that finish that the Dutch had against the Brits, it was an unbelievable race to watch on, and to be a part of watching that and everything. Brilliant racing. And I think across the board that the Dutch women's sweep has been incredible. It's been incredible this season as well. And Nika Vos there in the bow seat, she's had a busy European Championships, winning the silver medal in the pair, won the 4 and second in the 8. So getting around, and I think you can do that at this stage in the Olympiad. It's the first time in a while that we've had a proper 4-year Olympiad building through to LA, and it's why a lot of these international crews are here racing at Henley, because it's the start of a new project, it's a new chapter in their rowing. So why not come and have a bit of fun at Henley?
And these international crews still enjoy coming here. It's not the nicest place to look at that wash behind. It's not the nicest place to row. It's quite bumpy. You've got wooden booms down one side. You've got these crews that are going to throw everything at you, but they really get drawn to this big stage coming to race against us. We see that Leander crew coming up towards us. A little look around. I'm sure the Dutch might get warned again here for steering.
Yeah, you imagine so. Just watching on to them at the moment. Leander Club, though, still fighting hard, still going at it. Sophie Chummas there in the bow seat, learned to row, joined the dev squad at Durham University. Sitting in front of her, Emma Sherwood, learned to row at the University of Plymouth, coached by Steve Clark. Myrne Green, 4-time Irish champion, and Jemima Furness in the stroke seat.
She is warning them. I said Gwyn was going to get her white flag out. She's making the Dutch move across. Wants to be as fair as possible, even though they're quite far up. She wants to make sure this crew stay in their lane. I think the Dutch have responded again. They probably don't want to get too close to those booms, but learning how to row down this course and stay on your side. On the Berkshire station there, they have responded. So strong. Look at these women. These are Olympic champions. These are rowers that know how to do it on the biggest stage, and they're making it look pretty easy down the enclosures now.
Yeah, it's been so impressive, and you know, not for the first time that we've seen crews just paddling over in the final stages of their races. But Hollandia, again, you know, we've sung the praises of the Dutch crews on so many occasions here at Henley, and here's another example of why we do it. So much poise, so much prowess, and enjoying the final stages of this heat of the Town Challenge Cup.
And what a huge race for these young Leander athletes. Come up against the international might of multiple Olympic champions. They've given it their all. They're still racing down towards us. They've taken the rate of striking up as they come towards this finish line. They're going to keep that gap as close as possible, throwing the kitchen sink at it. Today they can hold their heads up high, knowing they've been outclassed by a truly stellar outfit. It's a win in the town for Hollandia over Leander Club.